Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and I have 12 energy drinks to go over with you of XS Sports Energy by Amway coming right up. In today's video, I got a full line review of 12 drinks from XS Sports. That's right, there's going to be 12 reviews, and what can you expect from this video? I am hoping that it is going to be 16 minutes or less. That is 1 minute for each drink and 4 minutes of blah, 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 blah. Let's go ahead, let's taste them out. This is the classic original flavor. Here we go. And although I'm not a huge fan of original flavors, I have tried a lot of original flavors so I can compare it to the others and figured it was a good place to start. We do got some color in there, but the color is coming from vegetable juice, so no artificial colors. Let's taste it out. This can is a 12-ounce can. It has 114 milligrams of caffeine in it, so slightly less than your 10 milligrams per ounce, but not much. And here is your nutrition facts panel. Carbonation is a medium carbonation out of here, not too strong. Your sweetness is a medium to high sweetness, closing in on high. Your flavor profile is medium to high, closing in on high. It's not as strong to hit that high category, and it seems like with this one, they're going with a little bit more of a light and refreshing flavor, and I won't be talking about those things going forward. I'm pretty sure the carbonation is going to be similar, but obviously we'll talk about the flavor profile and sweetness, but in the form of what it actually tastes like, and this does taste like your generic flavored energy drink. A lot of your companies base their original flavor off of either Red Bull or off of Monster. This one might be going the way of Red Bull, and I think that this one has a hint of that generic flavor to it, but only because it's a bit lighter and refreshing. So they might have given you a standard flavor, toned it down just a little bit to give you lighter and refreshing, as opposed to a sweet, strong punch of flavor. Let's take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart with all those other originals out there, a ton of them. I am actually going to be giving this a 7.3. I think it is very standard, run-of-the-mill kind of drink, and because it went light and refreshing, it's not as potent as a lot of the other ones out there. Even that Gas Monkey original was a little bit sweeter, but it's not getting a super low score because it does have that light and refreshing flavor to it, which I think some people like. I don't think that it is a bad flavor at all. It's all a matter of how you feel about your drinks, if you like light and refreshing. Caffeine Man rating chart is based on flavor alone, so the stronger drinks tend to be a little bit higher, as long as it's not a bad strong taste. Just noticed I forgot to put my light on. Caffeine Man open for business. Next up, I'm going to try a flavor that I think I'm going to like the most because I really wanted to see how good of a flavor they're going to give me based on my own personal preferences, and then the rest of them will just be in a random order. One of my favorite flavors is a berry flavor, usually the blue razzes and such, even though they might have a little grape in there because it is purple, but we're going with the wild berry next. Got ourselves a berry color coming from vegetable juice, not fruit juice, vegetable juice. And in order to get this color, they actually put in 1% juice. That's right, the other drink only had 0% juice because they only put itty bitty bit in there to give you the color, so it wasn't enough to be 1%. To get that nice berry color, you're getting 1%. Let's taste it out. So I'm not really sure what berries it's supposed to be. It must be a mix of a bunch of different berries, but I can't pick out any specific berry. I am getting a very generic berry mix to it, and I am getting a slight aftertaste that, is it grape or is it standard generic energy drink flavor? But what they're doing is they are still going light and refreshing, but it's a little bit too light because I really can't pick out what berries it is. So it seems kind of like a generic mix of berries. Not overly fond of it. It does remind me a little bit of the way Celsius went with their berry, giving you kind of a natural berry flavor. But even with that, you can tell what natural berries they're using, but definitely not that potent of a flavor. So let's take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, see where this one's gonna go. I'm going to give this drink a solid 7.0. I still think that it's an okay drink for those of you who like light and refreshing flavors, but it's not getting much higher because the light and refreshing berries, I can't really tell what the berries are. If you gave this to me in a blind taste test, I'm not sure if I could tell you it was supposed to be a mix of wild berries, but still not a bad drink. So it's staying right above that cutoff point at a 7.0. Next up, we're going to go tropical. I typically like tropicals. There haven't been that many tropicals I haven't liked. Let's see how they did with it. I gotta pour it out for you guys. You guys already know, well, it's not a clear color. It's they all have vegetable juice color, and you're getting a nice little yellow color there for the tropical. I gotta remember not to pour too many because these do, even though they only have 114 milligrams of caffeine, I am gonna be drinking 12 of them, and I'm trying to only get 3 to 4 ounces. Do not try this at home. Drinking 12 energy drinks. Let's taste out the tropical. I'm going to see if I can go 2 to 3 ounces just to help that number go down just a little bit. But for this drink, not very tropically, not very tropical or whatever. I'm not really sure what to say about it. All I'm getting is maybe a blend of fruits that I don't know what they are. And I'm getting that aftertaste as well. I'm starting to not enjoy. I am having crackers in between and some water. I might have to have some more crackers though, because the aftertaste on this one, not really that great. And even for a light and refreshing flavor, not really for me. I've had a lot of tropicals out there. You're gonna see at the Caffeine Man rating chart, there's tons of competition for tropicals. So where's this one gonna go? Man, this is tough. I have a certain standard for myself and my audience, so I gotta give this a 6.6. I don't like that tropical at all. It's got not enough flavor to it, and the flavor I am getting is an aftertaste. So yeah, 6.6. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, black cherry cola, and the crackers aren't because of any kind of a bad taste. Whenever I do multiple drinks in a line review, I always have crackers and water to cleanse the palate to get an accurate flavor. Ooh, got ourselves a little cola flavor there. Cola color, which is usually always coming from caramel color, and I did actually look, and it is caramel color, not caramel color, caramel color. Let's taste it out. I'm actually liking that one. When it comes to cola flavors on the market, it's very, very difficult to get a good cola flavor. So the fact that they're going with the black cherry cola is interesting because they're giving you a nice, decent cherry flavor in there without it being too overpowering. And to go along with the line, giving that light and refreshing flavor, I do think the flavor profile is bumped up. I would actually say it's on the low end of high. And the cola flavor is kind of a standard cola flavor. A lot of these cola flavors have a tendency to taste a bit diet, even though they don't use aspartame. Even the sucralose and Ace K can sometimes taste diet, and I have been doing a lot of cola drinks because they just seem to be becoming more popular, and I think they actually did a pretty good job with this. So let's go ahead, let's take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, and I'm gonna give this I'm actually gonna give this an 8.7. I think it's a solid black cherry cola flavor. If you guys like black cherry colas or cola drinks in general, it's worth picking up. Like I said, the cherry isn't super strong, but I think it's given a good balance of cherry and cola flavor. But yeah, this one, 8.7. And you know what? Since we're on a roll here, why don't we keep going with some soda flavors? We're going with root beer. This one's also difficult. I've been doing more root beer reviews lately because people are coming out with root beers, but not a ton of root beer flavors out there. A lot of them tend to taste a bit diet. You'll see how many there are when we get to the Caffeine Man rating chart, but is this one going to be diet? If it doesn't taste too diet like that black cherry cola didn't taste diet, then that's going to be a pretty big accomplishment. A lot of people looking for some good root beer flavors out there, and definitely has the potential if they can get a black cherry cola right. Let's taste it out. All right, I'm liking it. It's got a good root beer flavor to it, especially for an energy drink. It's really hard to replicate a root beer soda in an energy drink. So as long as you can get a nice solid flavor in there, I think it's actually a pretty potent root beer flavor. I would say it's probably the strongest flavor that I've had so far. A lot of the other drinks being a little bit more light and refreshing, they're really giving you a decent amount of root beer flavor in there. On the aftertaste, like I said, most of them had an aftertaste. I didn't get too much out of the black cherry cola, so I didn't mention it because I wasn't even thinking about it because I didn't taste it. I am getting a slight aftertaste out of this one. It takes a while, but then it does subside a little bit, which makes you want to go in and get another drink, and it doesn't taste overly diet because they are sugar free. But I gotta say, definitely liking the cola flavors out of them. Let's take a look at that Caffeine Man rating chart. I'm going to give this one an 8.7 because yes, I do think they did a great job with it, showing they can be competitive with the other companies that are doing root beer. Next up, we're going to be going on with straight on citrus flavor. It's an orange can, but usually your citrus drinks are more lemon lime-ish, but sometimes they do add a touch of orange in there, or if they're giving you an overall generic citrus flavor, they give you a little bit of all the citruses in there, trying to make sure I only pour a little bit because, man, I'm already starting to feel it, you know. I know I might only be like 10 to 12 minutes into the video or so, but recording time is much different than edited time. Let's taste it out. That's good. That is, I wasn't expecting it. I don't even like citrus flavors overall, but that's a good citrus flavor. It's got a nice balance of lemon, lime, and orange in there, since it's got the orange on the can, and nothing is overly powerful in there, but I would say it is in the high flavor profile category, as opposed to those earlier ones that were medium to high, a little bit light and refreshing. This one still has that light and refreshing, but boosted up a bit to give you a nice mix of citrus flavors. It's definitely a good mix of lemon, lime, and orange. And if they named it lemon, lime, orange, I would be happy with that, but citrus is perfectly fine. So let's take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, and for the first time in this video, we got a drink hitting the 9s. Yes, I am actually going to give this a solid 9.0. That is a good one. I like it, and even though I don't like citruses, and it might not be the one that I drink for the day, actually, I usually always try and pick one that I'm going to drink for the day, but I'm not going to drink any of them for the day because that's going to be way too much caffeine, but I'll have to save it for tomorrow probably. That one, and then whatever else I try, because I got some other citrus type drinks coming up, so let's move on to those. Alright, so after having several good flavors that I didn't think I was going to like too much, we are going to go with a flavor that I know I'm not going to like, which is the watermelon lemonade, and that is personal preference. I don't like lemonades, but I do know what a good lemonade tastes like, and I actually really like the concept of watermelon lemonade, but with those light and refreshing watermelons, I don't know, let's just go ahead, let's taste it out. Let's see how this watermelon lemonade is. Only gonna do a little bit because I don't like lemonade, but all I really need is a mouthful to get the right flavor out of it. Let's taste it out. You know, from that first mouthful, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. It actually is much more of a watermelon flavor, complemented by lemon. So I wouldn't really even say it's much lemonade flavor, but I'm not mad that they call it lemonade. That's perfectly fine, but it really does seem to be a little bit more watermelon forward and a natural watermelon flavor with that lemon to kind of complement it. And when it comes to lemonades, I definitely like the ones that don't taste as strong as a lemonade does. That really citric, acidic lemonade flavor. I like a little bit of a sweeter lemonade, or more of a potent other flavor like a watermelon flavor, and it's really, really good. But then on that back end, I had a little bit of that aftertaste. It was very limited, and then it went away. So I think that it would be a drink that if I liked lemonade flavors or drinks that had lemon in it, I could see that being a great summer drink. I think it's pretty solid. So when we look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, there are lots of different lemonades out there. There's lemonades, there's pink lemonades, there's other kinds of lemonades, there's berry lemonades, whatever the case may be, there's tons of them out there. All that really matters is the score. I'm going to give this an 8.6. I think it's a really good flavor, and if you guys are looking for a strong, solid, natural watermelon flavor with a hint of lemon in it, that's going to be the perfect drink for you. Let's move on. Next up, we have to do it. I cannot save this drink for last because I really do like to try and finish off my energy drink reviews strong at the end, and I just know I'm not gonna like this one. Still gotta give it an honest review as to how the flavor is, but this is cranberry grape. Some of you just got excited because he said, did he say cranberry? Because there is a small percentage of my audience that loves cranberry drinks, but it's a very, very small percentage, which is why there aren't many cranberry drinks out there. Add some grape to it though. Take away from that super strong bitter cranberry flavor with some grape in there. Let's see how it is. Cranberry, I would never drink ever. Grape, I would never choose to pick up a grape flavor. So yeah, no way I'm gonna like this. But once again, give you guys an honest review of the flavors that I pick up, and I'm trying to keep these at a minute, but as they continue to go on, I just continue to talk more because caffeine. Let's taste it out. Can't keep going back in from the can or whatever. They all taste the same. Don't worry. They don't taste different from the can than the cup. And this is, I was surprised. It definitely is much more grape forward as a grape drink. And I was like, wow, there's really not much cranberry. Boom. got hit with the cranberry on the back end. So you get this nice grape flavor up front, a little bit of that cranberry on the back end. It wasn't too bad as an aftertaste, sort of that cranberry aftertaste a little bit, but I do think you're getting a solid, let's say 75% grape out of here with that 25% cranberry on the back end. So you cranberry lovers will have a flavor that you love. Hopefully you love grape. If not, then you're crap out of luck. But they're giving you what's on the can. They're giving you grape, cranberry. When we go ahead and take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, you'll see there really aren't any cranberries out there. What? There are. Huh? All right, well, not sure how many of those you can find anymore. But listen, we can't just put cranberries up there. We're gonna have, because it's a strong grape flavor. But I am gonna give this an 8.4. I do think it is a solid grape flavor. Not as potent as some of the other ones on the grape chart, but listen, I'm showing you the cranberry chart first. It's pretty good for cranberry competition, but like I said, not too strong in cranberry. Look at the grape. That's a lot of grapes. Listen, 8.4 is the score. Well, let's move on to the next one. Next up is gonna be the cranberry grape caffeine-free cranberry grape caffeine-free. Caffeine Man, it's in the name. Guess I'm only doing 11. Next up is the XS Sport. I keep calling it XS Sport, but I think it's XS Energy. Let me look that up real quick. It's supposed to be XS Energy drink. Forgive me, Amway, if I mess that up, but people get the idea. You get the big XS up there, you're good. And this flavor is Naranja, and what the heck is Naranja? It's orange. Oh, we got kind of a Naranja color there. Actually, it kind of looks yellow. So maybe it's not completely orange. It's just another way of saying orange from another country or something. I don't know. It's orange. All right, maybe Naranj is kind of a different kind of orange. I'm sure it is. There's millions of different, okay, hundreds maybe. Hundreds of different kinds of oranges out there between nectarines and oranges and lots of different things from the orange family. That one, it's okay. It's got kind of a strong orange flavor, but then this other aftertaste comes in. It's really coming back, and don't like the aftertaste. It went away, but it did hit me almost as strong as the orange. Because at first I was like, oh, nice strong orange flavor, and then not so much. But it is almost immediate after that. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart. I'm not going to say what I normally say about orange drinks, because you guys, if you watch the channel, you know what I say about orange and grape drinks. This one is getting a, you know what? The orange flavor is kind of strong, which people want, but that aftertaste is just pulling it back a bit. I'm going to give this a 7.3, because maybe you won't be as sensitive to the aftertaste. Let's get down to the last two. Next one up is going to be Summit. What the heck is Summit? Well, you know, it is an actual name of the drink, as opposed to just telling you what the flavor is. And from a quick Google search, I don't really know. Stay out. And I actually ran out of cups. I didn't even know I had that many cups. So there you go. Put it in there. I'm not going to drink it from the cup, but you guys love to see the colors. So that's kind of reminded me of like a Sprite kind of color. So maybe this is their Sprite flavor, as opposed to the other citrus that has some orange in it. And I can't even put this down anywhere. My table's full. But we'll go right in from the can. I know I said I wasn't going for the cans anymore, but hey, it is what it is. All right, I definitely think that it is their lemon lime flavor, so it is different from the citrus flavor that has the orange. They took out the orange, boosted up the lemon and the lime flavor, and did a pretty good job with it. As much as I like that citrus at a 9.0, where is this lemon lime one gonna go? And this is actually gonna get an 8.7. I think it's a really good lemon lime citrus flavor. If you like it to be slightly lighter and refreshing, it also has that light and refreshness, which is kind of going through most of the line except for the sodas, but it's really a nice light and refreshing lemon lime flavor. One more to go. Tamarindo. I'm gonna go that way because it sounds kind of Spanish to me, but normally I would pronounce it tamarindo or tamarindo. I'd probably call it tamarindo. And what in the world is tamarindo? Tamarindo. I like tamarindo. That's the best one. Well, according to Google AI, love Google AI, so sometimes, hopefully it's accurate. Tamarind is a unique sweet and sour flavor, often described as a combination of tangy lemon or lime with sweet caramel notes, or a mix of lemon, apricots, and dates. Completely different. I don't like apricot. I don't like dates. Really don't like lemon too much, but lemon, lime, caramel, yeah, that's what I want. What are we gonna be getting out of this drink? Who knows? They did a good job with their citruses and their lemon lime. So if you're gonna give me lemon lime caramel, I don't think I've ever had that before. But let's taste it out. Let's see the color. I can't show you the color. I got no cups. We'll go with yellow, probably. pour some out. Yellowish brown. Has me positive for caramel now. Has me upbeat. High hopes. Too high hopes, Caffeine Man. Too high hopes. What is that flavor? Is it lemon lime caramel? Is it apricot? Is it lemon apricot caramel? Whatever it is, it's a fairly unique flavor, and I know you guys rely on me to give you an accurate taste test as to what the flavors are because of that little bit of sweetness, almost like a candiness to it, almost like a caramel syrup. The more that I drink it, the more it's actually starting to stack, so I have to drink more to get you an accurate review. At least that's my excuse. But it's definitely an intriguing flavor. So where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I'm putting a blank Caffeine Man rating chart because I don't know what flavor it's supposed to be. So if any other companies come out with tamarindo, I'll put it up on this special Caffeine Man rating chart. But for now, this is the only one there, and I am giving it a 8.1. It's an interesting flavor. It's a good flavor. Probably not something I would pick up again, but happy to say I've been able to try it. Back to you, Caffeine Man. Thank you, Caffeine Man. Yes, I've had too much caffeine because now I'm talking to myself. Well, that was one heck of a roller coaster ride. We had some highs, we had some lows, we had a bunch in the middle. But overall, if there was anything that sounded interesting to you, you can definitely check out the link down below to take you there using Michael's link. You can buy a case of your favorite flavor, whichever one sounded best to you. Or if you want to do what I did and try them all out to decide for yourself which ones are good, which ones are bad. You like the light and refreshing ones, you like the sweeter ones. They do actually have a variety pack. That's what was sent to me. 12 different flavors for you guys to try out. Absolutely love when companies do variety pack. And most companies have variety packs, which is only like 3 of 4 flavors or 4 of 3 flavors. This is actually giving you 12 different flavors, or 11 because one of them is caffeine free. Cranberry grape, but definitely love it. So definitely check out the link down below to take you there. I will also put Michael's website down there so you can contact him. He'd love to talk to you. Thank you for sending these to me. I do appreciate it. If you